so beautiful. I'll show you a little bit more around anyway.
We are Jonty and Millie, and along with our kids, we look for the amazing wonders of our world, living in Singapore and exploring beyond. Welcome to Wonderlust.
Hello, I have come to the Singapore Botanic Gardens inside the orchid section, and wow, I remember coming here when Milo was in a buggy, and I remember thinking it was really small, and I was like, oh, okay, we had to pay as tourists to get in, and I remember thinking it really small. I've come in again today, and I'm guessing it's not got any bigger, but there is so much in here that I've not seen. I wasn't planning on filming a vlog, but I thought it's so beautiful. I'll show you a little bit more around anyway, so let's go and have a look at it all. Quite early in the morning. We've started a little thing on our channel called Walking with Wonderlust, where you can just come and see a few places of Singapore without us chatting along the way, I guess, and just enjoy Singapore. Put it on in the background while you're doing your work, cooking, washing up, whatever, and you can hear the sounds of where we're at. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about it, but you can go and have a look at the Walking with Wonderlust in here if you just want to walk through the Botanic Garden one morning. But there's something here that I had never even heard of, and I'm gonna walk a little bit faster so I can get the name correct. It is the Cool House, and it's like a huge greenhouse. It's cold in there, so if you've come to Singapore and you need to get out of the heat for a while, you can come in here and go in here as well. So there was a huge tour group that went in a little while, so I've waited a little bit longer so you can just enjoy the whole place to ourselves. So let's go in. It has that greenhouse smell that I love. I remember my nan and granddad had a greenhouse, and I used to love the smell in there. It's that kind of hot but damp smell. If you know what I'm talking about, you can probably imagine that smell. But just as you walk in, there's this amazing display, and there are so many plants. So if you love flowers, then this one's for you. These leaves are pretty cool. They're like 3 stripes, and then the plants grow. I don't know if there's some sort of spider plant, but yeah, if you're into plants, let me know. I always like to know the names. There is a downstairs. We're going to walk a bit more this way. And yeah, ceiling all made out of glass. And yeah, as I said, nice and cool. You've got the sound of water, and the place is covered in orchids. I'm not sure if this orchid is called Kenneth, or whether it's been donated by someone. I did hear the guide, he isn't here, and I heard him a little while ago saying that you can sponsor an orchid here, and then you can name it, which is something unique, I guess, if you wanted to name an orchid for someone. So let's see if we can see some of the other names. There is a ramp here, which is good if you've got someone in a wheelchair or a buggy. There are different sections, some have steps, some have ramps, so you can access the whole thing, which is fun. These huge displays of orchids are just beautiful, the way they all cascade down like the waterfall that you can hear in here. Beautiful, all the way up. It's kind of like the plants are like reclaiming where we're in, and then, like, I imagine it could just like take over the whole thing. But as always in the Botanic Gardens, everything is looked after really, really well. There's people going around sweeping up all the leaves, and then they use the leaves that have fallen to make compost for more of the plants. Yeah, I'm just looking around. There are so many different types of orchids. There's big ones, little ones. The colours in them are just beautiful. If you haven't been in here, I encourage you to come and have a look. It's $5 for locals. I think kids under 12 are free, which is a bonus. And if you're here as a tourist, this is probably going up there on one of my list of places that you should definitely come and see. There's boards around if you want to spend a little bit more time reading about them, or even trying to pronounce some of the names of some of the plants. Some of them are ridiculously long and have way too many syllables for me to try and pronounce, but they've all got these little signs on them as well, so you can kind of read what everything is and then look up a little bit more about them if you wanted to afterwards. So there's 2 levels in there, and I spent a good 20 minutes in there wandering around, taking photos, looking at everything, and then you come out back into the warmth of it. It's still slightly cool today. Again, there's another ramp, it's raining a little bit, and then you walk up, there's more little waterfalls, big trees, a few sculptures. It's such a nice place just to come and spend the morning. It's getting busier now, it's getting later, and I love that I can hear lots of different languages around me. There's some Korean ladies behind me you can hear. There's lots of people on tours. I heard Spanish this morning, so I'm glad that people are coming and exploring these places. And yeah, a place that I didn't know even existed, and we've been here 3.5 years now. So Singapore doesn't have any mountain areas or like fresh lakes and things like that. So the orchids that would normally grow in those types of areas, they have made those areas here for them so that they can grow here and we can enjoy them. It's not just orchids in here, there are plenty of other plants and trees for you to enjoy, and the smell of some of the trees as I'm walking around give off a very different scent. There's some sort of pine ones here which smell really nice, and I don't know, it just has a different smell. I think because it has been raining and it's warm and now it's getting warmer, there's just a different smell. You'd have to come here to appreciate what I'm saying. It sounds weird, but I'm enjoying the smell of plants, not flowers. I've got quite bad allergies most of the time, but the smell of the plants and I guess the mud around it, it's different, it's sweeter than other parts of Singapore I've walked around in. Not sure if you caught that bird. Beautiful little, oh, it's back. It looks like a little hummingbird maybe. Again, I'm not too up on my birds or my plants. Let me see if I can zoom in with my phone. I think I missed it. The sound of water around here is really nice. It just kind of transports you to a little bit more tropical, I guess. Ah, there's a map. Let me show you the map and you can see just quite how much is in this small space. The wind is picking up. Am I going to get rained on? Let's have a think. These arches are super pretty. They've got hundreds of these beautiful little orchids all over them, and they've trained them to grow all the way over. This is actually the entrance. As you come in, you pay and you come in there, and then this is one of the first things you see. I started off with you guys right at the other end of the park, so I'm going to do another loop round and show you it all too. This section is called the Mist Garden. Each little bit of the garden has a name, and I guess the types of plants that are in there are kind of all grouped together, and it also makes it easy to kind of navigate the way around. As always, you've got the very present cicadas singing their song as I wander around. This is themed the Enchanted Garden, and they have a huge bird cage that you can walk in, and it really does feel like something out of a Disney set. There's plants that go all the way over. There's a huge tree in the middle that is completely covered in, you guessed it, more orchids. Wow, you can see all the roots coming down though. I guess they're all going down to try and find the water, but lots of things are misted in here, which I guess is how they get their water. Got the hear no evil, see no evil, and I'm guessing speak no evil monkey is completely hidden by all of the plants here. And then there's a little cut through, and we can walk up here. More of the cicadas, more of the orchids are kind of being trained to go around these shapes. If you can see it, it's like a big double 8, I guess, so that they can continue to grow. And then we've got like another kind of bird cage structure. There's all these little like photo spots dotted around the place, and there's signs as well that say photo spot. I'm on my own today, so yeah, I can't take Can't take any glamorous looking photos in there, although I'm just in my walking gear. Starting to feel slightly sweaty now. Only 10:30, mind you. Okay, so we're coming up to a big building, looks like a big house. I did walk past here when I was doing the walking tour, but I didn't want to kind of stop and go in, and there was a huge tour guide, like 30 odd people, so I didn't kind of want to get stuck in it. It's called Burkill Hall, so let's go take a look at it. Okay, Burkill Hall was built between 1867 and 1868, and it was in honour of two former directors of the Singapore Botanic Gardens. It was home to them. God, could you imagine living here? Wow, that would be amazing. And it's regarded as one of the most environmentally friendly buildings in Singapore by the architect Cricket, blah blah blah, in view of its sensitive design for mitigating the local climate. And you can see it is all quite open, and I guess lots of airflow would go around to keep it cool. Before the lovely perk of AC that we have, it wouldn't have had it. Wow, this would be a beautiful place to live. I'm guessing that all of what's here now wasn't here then, but yeah, what a place to live. That is the Orchid Garden at Singapore Botanic Gardens. What an incredible place. I can't believe it's taken us quite this long to get to. Yeah, I think in my mind I was just like, well, it's kind of small, but I think maybe we just did a lot less of it because we had Milo in a buggy. But I encourage you, come back. And I've said it before on our channel, like go to somewhere that you've been to before, like the zoo. Some of our friends had been like, oh, I've been to the zoo when I was a kid. Go again. There's so many things, and at the moment, as they're building new things, every time we go there is something new to see, to discover. And it's not just because we've got kids. Like Jonty and I love going to all of those parks. So thanks for watching. Let us know any more places that we should go and see, and we'll catch you soon. Bye.